Across centuries and continents, slavery shaped societies worldwide, leaving legacies still felt in everyday life today. At its core, slavery is a system where people are treated as property, forced to work without freedom, consent, or control over their own lives. While the forms varied, the defining feature was the loss of personal autonomy. Slavery existed in many ancient civilizations, including Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, Rome, and others across the world. In many early societies, enslaved people came from warfare, debt, or punishment, rather than being tied to race. Over time, this changed dramatically. As European powers expanded overseas and built colonial empires, new ideas about difference emerged. From the 1500s onward, European traders increasingly relied on enslaved African labor to support plantations in the Americas. This system became known as the transatlantic slave trade. Millions of Africans were forcibly captured, transported across the ocean, and sold into bondage. Ships were overcrowded and brutal, with people confined in extremely tight spaces for weeks or months under inhumane conditions. In the Americas, enslaved Africans and their descendants worked on plantations, in mines, households, ports, and urban workshops. Workdays were long and strictly controlled by owners or overseers, leaving almost no personal freedom. Enslaved people were denied legal rights. They could be bought, sold, or punished at will, and families were frequently separated. Yet, even under these conditions, enslaved communities built rich cultures, blending African, indigenous, and European traditions in new ways. Music, storytelling, language, and spiritual practices helped people preserve identity, share knowledge, and express hope. Resistance took many forms: slowing work, maintaining traditions, escaping bondage, or joining uprisings when opportunities arose. Over time, growing movements began questioning slavery itself. Religious beliefs, economic shifts, and emerging ideas about human rights fueled abolitionist efforts. Writers, speakers, and formerly enslaved people shared testimonies that challenged the moral foundations of the system. Some countries first outlawed the slave trade, banning new transatlantic shipments while allowing slavery to continue domestically. Later, laws in different regions formally abolished slavery, sometimes through legislation, sometimes after wars or revolutions. The timing varied widely, from the late 1700s in some places to the late 1900s and beyond elsewhere. Ending legal slavery, however, did not create equality overnight. Formerly enslaved people often faced discrimination, violence, and limited economic opportunities. Many continued working in similar conditions as low-paid laborers, tenant farmers, or sharecroppers, still tied to land and power structures. In cities, new labor systems emerged, sometimes exploiting workers through long hours, unsafe conditions, and minimal protections. While slavery was outlawed, inequality remained deeply embedded. Today, nearly all countries formally prohibit slavery, yet practices resembling it still exist in hidden forms. These include forced labor, debt bondage, and exploitation where people cannot freely leave their work or situation. People may be trapped through threats, withheld documents, deception, or fear. International organizations describe modern slavery through patterns of control, coercion, and loss of freedom, rather than visible chains. People of many backgrounds can be affected: migrants, children, and adults in both wealthy and poorer countries. Laws, inspections, and support services work to identify exploitation, protect survivors, and hold perpetrators accountable. Education plays a crucial role. It helps people recognize warning signs, understand rights, and learn where to find reliable information and assistance. Everyday choices, such as supporting fair labor practices, can also reduce demand for exploitative conditions. Understanding the history of slavery matters because its systems shaped economies, institutions, and social structures that still influence the present. Descendants of enslaved people have profoundly shaped arts, politics, science, and everyday life around the world. Memorials, museums, and community projects preserve these stories, honoring those who endured and those who resisted. Researchers continue uncovering records and oral histories that deepen our understanding of slavery's many forms. Learning this history can be difficult, but it also reveals extraordinary resilience, creativity, and human connection. By looking honestly at slavery's past, we not only see the injustices that shaped our world, we also recognize the courage and solidarity that continue to guide us toward a more just and humane future. More stories unfold quietly on BLMLens.